Hello everyone, my name is Spiros Kolyavasilis. I am the director and owner of Mediterranean Notes Music School here in Gaithersburg, Maryland, USA. I would like to share with you my experience with some products. Of course, there are many companies and custom-made pickups companies worldwide. But I would like to share with you my experience with Acoustics. You can find them on the internet you can contact me and I can give you all the details, and through Facebook, RM Acoustics. And the owner and master maker, if I'm allowed the term, is Rigas Makropoulos. My experience with these guys, actually with Riga, started about 4 or 5 years ago, if I remember, I think 5 years ago, when he took the challenge to build a custom pickup for me for the first Mandocello that I ordered 6 years ago. And of course, as you see behind me, there are all these instruments. And we are in Gaithersburg, Maryland. I'm also a multi-instrumentalist and I play a lot of string instruments and bowed instruments. So my experience with RM Acoustics was at the beginning a little bit distant, because after I sent about more than 100 mails, I think, to other companies to take the challenge and build a pickup for 4 courses, tuning octaves, Manouche style Mandocello. Most of the other companies, I don't want to say all of them, but with exception 1 or 2, they denied it. They said that, sir, something like that, it's impossible. Anyways, I don't want to go in details, but they didn't do it for me. They didn't even consider doing it. So that's when I discovered from a very good friend of mine from Germany for the RM Acoustics, and he suggested to contact Rigas and the company, the RM Acoustics. Of course, he took the challenge. He was very friendly from the beginning. He was really, first of all, he's a musician, and a very exceptional musician, high-skilled musician. And when you address to somebody that he is a musician, that immediately changes the standards, okay? He took the challenge. He asked me about the gauges. He asked me about the instrument and more details, and I had the luck and the chance also to send him the instrument, so he built it exactly on the standards of the instrument. So he did all the calculations and all this magic, that these guys are supposed to do to make me happy as a musician and to be able to perform with my instrument on stage. So first of all, we all know as musicians the issues that can appear. Feedback. No feedback in this case scenario. Blending systems, you use microphone and pickup, electromagnetic signal. And the combination of these two is amazing. We all know the results that we want and we expect. So after he did this system, I contacted him for another custom pickup for some bowed instruments that I play, Kemane, which they're very demanding. And he built a new system, 100% custom, to help me with this instrument on stage. I repeat, I'm an active musician that I play with a lot of bands, and the style that I play demands and the instruments that I play demand a really delicate quality, high standard quality pickups to be able to perform and the standards that I want, which means to have the highest acoustic sound possible with no technical problems as possible. So he built it for the kemane, which is a bowed instrument with 7 sympathetic strings, which this is something that when I even send a photo to some very known companies, they rejected it immediately. They didn't even discuss it with me. They said, "Sir, we are not interested." Rigas and RM Acoustics, they did their magic again. So, first of all, let me make this clear. I don't represent him as a dealership. I don't have any profits. I don't have any kind of business, commercial relationship with him. I am just a musician and a music teacher in a music school, and I just share with you my experience. So the instruments actually that he makes, if you go on his website, on their website, rmacoustics.com, I think it is. You can find him also on Facebook, social media. The instruments that he builds, the standard instruments, are for wind instruments, mandolas, mandocellos, guitar. He has some amazing systems for guitars. I'm going to share with you my experience, okay? And first of all, the first instrument that he did it, I'm going to turn the camera so you can see here on my instruments. Let me turn it. Come on. How do we do that? Okay, so I had to change. This is the second video. I had to change to show it to you. So as you see how compact they are. Okay, that's a manouche guitar. T-bush, small hole. Okay. This is for my 5-string octave mandolin. Okay. As you see, the challenge is that every chorus is in octaves, and that is a blending system. Okay. What I like about his system also is that he's very clever in sense of it's easy to detach it and put it back on the instrument. Okay. This is for the kemane that I mentioned to you before, which is a blending system with a very amazing system of preamplification. And then we go further. Of course, he makes for mandolins, Greek bouzouki's, Irish bouzouki's. You see, my mandola or Irish bouzouki, you name it. It's a very compact, light, very, 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 very light, that has a system that has 2 batteries, but you can find also the addition with the newest system that you have the preamplification not to be inside the hull of the instrument. Very light. You don't feel it like, you know, a pound or a kilogram. Okay. Again, that is for my bouzouki, the Greek bouzouki, which this system actually applies for the frequencies of a mandola, a mandolin. Okay. As you see here, that is for a bouzouki guitar, Greek bouzouki guitar, kind of. It's similar to the tres that we have. Okay. And the next one is the biggest challenge I gave him. Okay, you see the number of the strings. We're talking about 14 strings and octaves. Okay. And of course, he did also for Greek big bandocellos, Greek lutes, that are with steel strings, and of course, for some other instruments that I'm going to show you. So take a look, guys. He did an amplification system for my 4-string sympathetic strings, 21 strings, or 18, 19, 20, which is RM Acoustics again, okay, blending system. And he also did a similar system, the sensor. Actually, you can use that only by getting one amplification, pre-amplification system. He did that for my Nepali Sharangi, which is amazing. Now you see on my Spanish laúd, he did also a system that combines the microphone and the pickup. So that has to do with his systems that are for preamplification, with preamplifications. We're talking about the absolute acoustic sound. But the point is, of course, that he is a very open-minded artist, that he always takes the challenge and tries to improve the sound. He's a very wild spirit, to put it this way. He's never satisfied. And always he has something going on, a new project, you know, for instruments or for custom instruments, etc. What I would like to tell you as a last thing is that you don't have to spend an arm and a leg. His prices for 100% handmade products are really, really reasonable. And you are not addressed to a corporation or something, you know. You have to deal with a fellow musician, fellow artist, and that he really understands your needs, and he will support you and will take care of your instrument like it's one of his own instruments. This is what I wanted to share with you. Of course, you can see there I have many other instruments that they're also with RM Acoustics. I had tons of other systems. I think that RM Acoustics are the most honest and the most professional makers I had to deal until now. And believe me, I spend a lot of money, amplifying ouds, and the instruments that I play, it's a big challenge. As I said, high quality work, amazingly acoustic and reliable sound, high standards craftsmanship, quality materials, and of course the backup. If something happens, if something happens to your product, you can always count on him. On the RM Acoustics. They are made in Europe. The prices are reasonable, and let's face it, for us that we are looking for our sound, it's really important to be able to achieve and have on stage our personal character and signature. Of course, his prices are for professional musicians that we're making our living from this, and people, amateur musicians, but that they are looking to have a good sound. So it's a real sound. It's not filtered. It's not, like pre-made, software-made, or sampled sound systems. Because my instrument is an extension of me. It's an extension of my personality. It's an extension of my character of playing, even the way we pick or the way we blow to an instrument, because he makes also for wind instruments, bowed instruments, violin family instruments, you name it. But for sure, the result is always the same, the best possible. Take a look. I'm Spiros Kolyavasilis, located in Gaithersburg, United States, Maryland state. Feel free to contact me and stay safe.